Welcome to How It's Made Monday, number 3. Today we're learning how jazz is made. Say a thing or two about jazz.
I love jazz.
Say a thing or two about jazz.
So it really helped influence the genre of music, and it really helped elaborate on feelings and the struggles and stuff of like the people. And so they were like, because originally they only had one method of creating music, but then now they have another method of creating music.
Say a thing or two. Say a thing or two about jazz.
I like jazz.
Say a thing or two about jazz. Say a thing or two about jazz.
It's pretty good.
A thing or two about jazz.
Jazz is a music genre that originated in the African-American communities of New Orleans, Louisiana, United States in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, with its roots in blues and ragtime. Since the 1920s, jazz age has been recognized as a major form of musical expression in traditional and popular music.
Join us next week for how movies are made.
Sir, masks are required inside of the building. Please put on a mask. If you do not put on a mask, I'm going to have to report you to the authorities for endangering the surrounding area.
Dude, how are we gonna do 20 German kids?
With that, long before jazz had a name. This is where jazz got its start, in this very room right here, with a man named L. Ron Hubbard. The first saxophone known to man. Played by Charlie Parker. The first soda ever made. And the first jazz album ever released on vinyl. This is the first rough draft of Vaughan Williams.
Birds aren't real. Birds can't live. Dude, this is exactly like Jasmine. What's happening?
Jazz is also known as the home of LED lights and the world's first piano.
Oh boy.
Can you imagine how funny it would be if we used these mics this big for the Luso announcements? That would be funny, I think. I think that would be funny.
Record handle.
So Chick Webb, a very influential person in the jazz scene. Oh, I had the camera the wrong way. Chick Webb, a very influential person in the whole jazz scene.
So, like 1980s, was it when the Mac Tonight came out? It was the McDonald's commercial where it's the man with the moon head, and he's on the floating cheeseburger. He's playing the piano. It's called Mac Tonight, and it's based off of the jazz song Mac the Knife. It's based off of the jazz song Mac the Knife. See, because it's like a play on words, Mac Tonight, but it's Mac the Knife. This was a song in a play in, what was it, like Germany? I think it was Germany.
I forgot.
And the irony was that it was like an anti-capitalism song, but then it got used by McDonald's and reinvented. So that was funny. Because it's ironic. You know?
This is the first ever studio. This is what they made all the tracks on. Now if we put this up to the mic. A master at work. Now, let's hear the final mix. You could probably hear it's a half rest. This is a little band joke. It looks like a top hat. That's a little band joke for you. The world's first wire folding music stand and the world's first snare drum made by Slingerland. Some of you may recognize that name from the people that made the first snare drum. We have a collection of items here. The world's first guitar, the world's first synthesizer, and the world's first pet band folder.
Isn't this?
Before the iPod and the iPhone, people had to carry around these things. They're called jukeboxes. They play about 20 songs each. The first record player, and all the way 2,000 years later, the first soundboard. Hey, welcome to episode 4 of How It's Made Monday. Today we're looking at how the human soul is made. Let's take a look. It all started with a man named Joe in the year 2020, and his friend Will. Just kidding. Her name's Dorothy. They created the human soul together by playing music.
I'm just playing games. I know that's plastic love. All right.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a million times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a million times. Ladies and gentlemen, it's playing itself. Believe it or not, this is real.
There it is.
Is it real?
You're welcome.
Is this real?
That's all me. I'm doing that.
How it's done.
You see, it says, please do not touch piano. So he's doing his best with what he has.
So I'm playing the piano.
Tune in next week for how ladders are made. We got 2. And that's how the human soul is made. Tune in next week for next week's How It's Made Monday.